Okay, now let us get into some evidence coming from our credible source, right? We have some more Sodom and Gomorrah news. Now, our credible source is telling us that nurses take in trust to tribunal over trans colleagues' use of changing rooms at Darlington Hospital. A group of nurses who are challenging their health trust policy over allowing a trans colleague to use the female changing rooms at work are to have their case heard at an employment tribunal in the autumn. The 8 nurses are taking action against County Durham and Darlington NHS Foundation Trust after a colleague who was born male but now identified as a woman was allowed to use the women's changing facilities at Darlington Memorial Hospital. How did we get here? How did we get here? That a man that is dressed up like a woman or feels like a woman or probably use pharmaceuticals or have himself mutilated is allowed into female spaces. How did we get here? Let us continue with the evidence. They have filed the claim on the grounds of sexual harassment, discrimination, victimization, and breaches of the right to private life under Article 8 of the European Convention of Human Rights. 7 of the nurses were at a preliminary hearing at Newcastle Tribunal Centre on Wednesday, the 2nd of April, where a judge considered an application by the trust to delay the hearing from its trial date of June. No. Why is this not happening in Russia? Why is it not happening in China? Why is it not happening in Iran? Why is it that we are living in a very wealthy, powerful nation and they don't know the difference between a man and a woman? They don't, right? We live in a nation that have some of the world's most top university, right? But yet they don't know the difference between a man and a woman. Why is it so important to affirm this transgender lie? Why is it so important to put these men that claim they identify as women in women's spaces? Why? Why is it so important for us to bow to this golden calf? Why? People need to understand that this is a modern day golden calf. This is very antichrist. And they are seeking to destroy our nation. They are seeking to overpower us, because a nation that does not stand with the Most High is a nation that is easy to be defeated. And that is why I say Britain and their allies cannot win any war. Because when you embrace this LGBTQ agenda, you basically send the Most High off your land. This is a plan. This is a well orchestrated plan to destroy the West, to destroy Europe. And people need to wake up to this agenda and they need to stand up. They need to stand up and not allow this darkness to take over our country. We need to understand that there is an hidden hand. We need to understand that there is a plot to destroy the West. How did we get here? How did we get here? Where a man can identify as a woman and demand to be in female spaces. How did we get here? We need to pray and understand we're living in the end times. We wrestle not with flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places. Let us pray and say, Glory be to the Most High.